Hello everybody, Kat here, and today I have for us a full body feel good flow. So this is great for a rest day. This is great for if you're not feeling well, if you're struggling with first trimester, second trimester, third trimester nausea, or if you just want some movement in your day and you're not really sure where to start. So all you need is your body and some space and to give yourself a little bit of time. So we're gonna find our space on the mat. Get your sit bones planted nice and grounded on the floor. And we're gonna start by taking a deep breath in. Hands can be on your belly or on your legs, wherever you're most comfortable. We're gonna take a deep breath in, fill our belly. And exhale, press out all of our air. Deep breath in, fill our belly. And exhale, press out our air. Last time, deep breath in, fill our belly. And deep breath out, press out all of our air. Awesome job. Let's keep that breathing. Inhale, fill our belly. Exhale, press out our air throughout the rest of the practice. So we're gonna start, hands come onto our knees, and we're gonna make big circles with our upper body around our lower body. And switch directions. So this is a feel good flow. Like I said, if anything that I'm showing you doesn't feel comfortable, you find the alternative that feels good for you. Back up into the center. Deep breath in, fill our belly, and exhale, come to the side. Deep breath in to come back to center, and exhale, come over to the side. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up, nice and tall through our spine. Hands come out behind us. We're pressing our palms out behind us. Chin comes up towards the ceiling. And now we're going to bring our hands over to the left side of our body as we let our neck fall over. Let our ear fall towards our shoulder. And switch sides. Other side. Let our ear fall towards our shoulder. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in, fill our belly. Deep breath out, press out our air. Good work. Hands come out in front of us. Big circles through our wrists. And other direction. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Right hand comes down to the mat. We can be up on our hand, down on our elbow. Big circles. Opening up through our chest, opening up through our entire upper body. Backwards first, and now let's bring it forwards. And bring it just up and over. You can look up towards the ceiling, towards that arm. Inhale and exhale. Feeling a nice opening through that entire left side. Press up and catch that left arm, bringing it across our chest now. Looking over our left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, fill our belly, and exhale, press out through our air. Press our air through our air. Press out our air. Left hand comes to our right knee and twist. Inhale, fill our belly, and exhale as we open towards the back wall or open behind you. Not forcing, not cranking, just allowing our body to open. Awesome job. Back to the middle. Deep breath in, and left arm now comes down to the mat as we take some big shoulder circles backwards. For 3. And now bring them forwards. big circles forwards, however feels comfortable for you. Just getting some movement through that shoulder, bringing that joint through its full range of motion, helps with recovery tremendously. And reach up and over. We can look up at that arm if we choose. We can look down to the floor, whatever feels better for our neck. Letting ourselves relax in between the movement. We move to get our mobility, to open up, and then we hold the pose to improve our flexibility. And come up, catch that right arm as we look over the right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Now our right arm comes to our left knee and we twist. Focusing on inhale to lift up towards the ceiling and exhale to open back towards the back of the room instead of cranking. This should not be a forceful pushing. We don't need that. Just a nice relaxing opening. We come back towards the center. Hands come to our knees. We're going to arch our back towards the back. And belly and chest go towards the front of the room as we lift up through our chin. Exhale. Everything moves back. Shoulder blades opening up like we're trying to push them towards the back of the room. And inhale, everything lifts towards the ceiling. Last time, exhale back. And inhale forward. Awesome job. Now we're going to take the neck through some neck circles. Act like you're using your nose to draw little circles with your neck. Switch directions. Up and over, up and over, and up and over. Awesome. Now chin comes down to the chest. Chin goes up towards the ceiling. Like I said, first we get the joint mobile. Then we hold the stretch to work on our flexibility. But we want that synovial fluid first, and that comes from moving the joint through its full range of motion. Now chin comes towards the chest. Hands can come to the back of the head to add a little bit of extra pressure if that feels good. Chin goes up towards the ceiling as we bring our hands out behind us and open through our entire front body. Awesome work. Last for our upper body for right now. We're going to bend our arm, grab our elbow, and we're going to use our thumb to push the bottom of our arm towards the top of our arm, or your forearm towards your bicep. Feeling a nice opening through that shoulder, through your tricep, the entire back of your arm. Now we're going to take this opposite arm, the arm that was holding, we're going to bring it behind our back to try to grab on. This helps to open through the front of this right shoulder, which if you're here with me, you're definitely already feeling that. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Opposite arm comes up. We start by opening through the tricep. Deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Fantastic work. Now we're going to take this opposite arm and bring it out behind us. Now opening through the front of my left shoulder as I'm still getting that nice stretch through my right tricep. Now we're going to release both hands. Arms come out to the side, twist and twist. Working a little bit more on opening up through our shoulders. Our shoulders and our upper back is a spot that tends to get very sticky for a lot of us. So this just helps opening through those shoulders. Now hands come back behind us to hold. Chin comes up towards the ceiling. Hands are behind us, touching in like a prayer position. 3, 2, 1. Hand release, shake out through the upper body. Maybe swim your shoulders back and forth. But we are going to move on towards our lower body for the next few minutes at least. Not that you won't be feeling your upper body. It's one kinetic chain. It's all connected. Now we are going to take our legs and we are going to windshield wiper our legs. Moving down now into our trunk and our hips and our legs and our feet. Windshield wiper, letting the legs fall from one side to the other. Awesome. And now legs come out in front of us. Toes up towards the ceiling, flexed back towards our calves. We can remove our glutes out from underneath us, get the fleshy part out. We sit up and we don't fold forward yet. Big mistake I see is a lot of people go right into their forward fold. We don't need that. What we really need is to work on the integrity of our spine as we're doing this forward fold, hamstring stretch shape of a position. So right now, we're going to come back to our diaphragmatic breath. Hands on your belly. Take a deep breath in, fill your belly. Exhale, press out all of your air. Deep breath in, fill your belly. Exhale, press out all of your air. Last time. And exhale. Now from this very straight position, we're going to take our chest and tip it towards our feet. As you see, I didn't round my back. I'm not coming crazy far forward, just grabbing a hand of my legs. And now I'm trying to push my heels towards the wall in front of me so that I can press my legs down into the floor. Getting a nice stretch in my hamstrings. 3, 2, 1. Take the legs, open them up a little bit wider. Now you're gonna point and flex, alternating, pointing and flexing your feet. Getting a little movement through our calves, a little movement through the tops of our feet. And now we come up, and again, we tip. So my flexibility at this point in my life is not going to allow my entire chest to come down towards the floor, and that's fine. We're not trying to look a certain way. We're not trying to get into any specific shape. We're trying to stretch our body and work on our mobility and flexibility. So right now, you should be feeling a stretch through your entire inner thighs, possibly into your lower back, maybe into your hamstrings. If you're feeling that and you feel a good stretch and you don't want to push any further, that's where you're supposed to be. Don't worry about the shape, worry about the feeling, the sensation. Sensation over shape, everybody. You can add a little side to side movement if that feels good. And now sit back up, right leg bends in, comes to the left, and now we come up and over. Great stretch through the hip. Great stretch through the entire right side of the body, making sure that my chest stays open, shining towards the ceiling. And now turn my body out towards my left toes and fold over my leg. Again, I'm not at the point in my flexibility where I can fold straight over my leg and lay down. That is perfectly fine. I feel a great stretch in my hamstring. I'm about 20 weeks pregnant, so I know that I'm not squishing little baby in there, giving plenty of room. So you find what works for you. That's going to change throughout your life. It's going to change day to day. The goal is not, oh, I could get myself flat on the floor. The goal is, oh, I had a really good stretch and I took some self-care time. So focus on that. It can be really easy to get caught up in the shoulds when it comes to fitness and life in general, but shoulds are a lot to have on our shoulders when we're just trying to feel good and move. Open towards the side. Inhale and exhale. And then bring our body parallel with our leg as we fold over. You are doing amazing. I hope that this is feeling fantastic. I hope that you're enjoying some downtime. I know that I certainly am. Both legs come back up into the middle. Feet come together. And find what's comfortable for you. You might be more comfortable with your legs closer in. You might be more comfortable with your legs further out. This is more of a diamond. This is more of a butterfly. You find where you're comfortable. And we're going to bring some circles into it again. Getting that mobility to promote healing with that synovial fluid before we move into our flexibility. If we're already stiff and we're stretching a stiff muscle, it's like a rubber band. It's going to snap and it's not going to feel good. So let's get the movement first. Let's get ourselves mobile and then we stretch. Now you can make little rainbows. So push on one leg as your elbow's on the other, and then swoop it forward, push on one leg while your arm's on the other. Getting a really nice opening through our hips, through our inner thighs, and push. Last time, push. Awesome work. Legs come back out in front of us again. Left leg is going to cross on top of the right leg, coming into a figure 4 position. And before we pull that knee up, we're again going to tip from our pelvis and get a little bit more of a hamstring stretch. And now we'll use our bottom leg to lift our top leg into that figure 4. Now you can come right into a static figure 4 if that feels good. These windshield wipers always help me to get into that super difficult outer hip IT band area. So you find what feels good for you. If you want to be static, be static. If you want to be dynamic, be dynamic. However you're feeling today. We'll take one more rock or one more second in stillness. And then we will stack one leg on top of the other, fire log pose. So all 10 of my toes are pointing in front of me, one leg on top of the other. And you can make the choice. Some people like to bend forward in this pose. Some people like to stay upright. If you're bending forward, you walk yourself out over your legs. You might be feeling that in your glute now. And back up. And now we take our legs a little further apart. Now my feet are by my glutes, towards my glutes at least. Knees stacked near each other. They might be here. They might be closer than mine. But Gomukhasana, the whole idea, one leg on top of the other. Now you can take the upper body with the lower body if you choose. So I take my right arm. I have left leg on top, right leg on bottom. So I take my left arm, take it, wrap it around. And now I like to pull my shoulders down, trying to get my hands in line with my face. And breathe. And finally, I'm going to take this right leg, bring it parallel with the front of my mat. Take my left leg, bring it parallel with the side of my mat. A 90-90 pose. You can choose to walk forward over this front leg if that feels comfortable. Sometimes I like to give it a twist here, or to give a little rock back and forth towards my side leg. Whatever works for you today. And back up. Now, whatever position you were in, if you were in butterfly, we're going to come into a diamond. If you were in diamond, let's try a butterfly. So I already did butterfly. So now my legs are a little bit further out in front of me. I'm going to dip myself forward And now I feel this a little bit more in my outer thighs and my lower back. Left leg goes out straight. Right leg comes on top. Actually, other way around there. Believe that's right. Stretch through our hamstring first. If you got a little mixed up with your right and your left, just keep on trying. I believe I did the other side. Usually if it feels like it's really stretched on one side and the other side doesn't feel stretched, it's a pretty good sign of which side you were using. So adjust accordingly. And then we push up. Like I said, I like to do that rock side to side in my figure 4. If you do not, no need to. You do not need to if it's not comfortable for you. And stack. Now we're back in fire log pose, one leg on top of the other. All 10 toes pointing towards the front of the room. And we can decide whether we want to come over the top of our legs or whether we want to stay sitting up. No matter what, we want to be flexed through those feet. And come back to your breath. Now we're going to spread it out again. Now my left leg is on top. There we go. Right and lefts are not my strength, but that is perfectly fine. I'm here and that's all that matters. And finally, 90-90. I love this one. I think it's a great way to get opening through our inner thigh, through our outer thigh. Just feels really nice. Come forward. And now we are going to windshield wiper from 90-90 on one side to 90-90 on the other. Why? Because it's really good for our hips. Really important for long-term hip health. And side. One more time. And side. And come to all fours. You're doing amazing. Hope this is feeling really nice. Hope your body's starting to feel a little bit more open. All fours. Cat-cow, drop your belly, look up. And arch your back like a cat. Look towards your belly button. Drop your belly, look up. And arch up. One more time. Down. And up. Now take it freestyle. You might want to take some big circles, some rocks back and forth. Get some good movement, whatever your body's calling for today, right here. And come to stillness, hands stay. Left leg goes back, pressing through the foot, getting a nice stretch through the calf. And bring that foot up between the hands. You can choose whether you stay down, holding onto the floor, or whether we're pushing our hips forward here. This should feel restful, should feel restorative. We're not pushing up into tiny warriors today, nothing like that. It is all about how it feels. Push back. We stretch through our hamstring. Push back forward, both hands now inside of the left foot, letting our hips drop down. You can choose whether you want this left leg to fall out towards the side, whether you want it more in towards the center. And now we're going to take this left hand. We're going to left elbow touch the foot and open towards the side. Touch the foot and open towards the side. Last one. Touch the foot and open towards the side. And pigeon pose. Walk that leg out till it's parallel with the side of your mat and fold over that leg. Nice deep inhales and exhales, letting that left hip open up. Awesome. We're going to come back up to all fours, take that left leg and make circles through the hip. You might get some popping. Perfectly fine, perfectly normal, as long as it's not painful. And one. Awesome. Now take your right leg, stretch through the heel and the calf. And bring the leg up between the hands, dropping the hips down towards the floor. Press the legs back, stretch through the hamstring. Nice stretch through the entire back of that leg. You can grab your toe, stay here, whatever works. Come back forward, both hands inside of that right foot, letting the hip drop. Now we'll take that hand to the ear, open up towards the wall, touch your foot. Open towards the wall, touch your foot. Last time, open and touch. Walk that leg out underneath you for pigeon pose and fold it on over. And push yourself back up. We'll take some circles through the hip on the right side, both directions. Now hands come down towards the mat. You're going to push back to child's pose. And come forward for up dog, letting the hips open, letting the whole lower back open. Push back to child's pose. Come forward to up dog. One more time. Child's pose. Up dog, you can choose how intense this stretch is. You can choose to lift your whole body, just pressing through the tops of your feet. You can bring this down to a nice low cobra. And now I'd like for you to tuck your toes underneath, sit back on your heels, and last but not least, we're going to open up through our feet as we stretch through our wrists. Fingers towards the ceiling, pull them back. Fingers towards the floor, pull them back. Ceiling, floor, Bring your hands together, circles through your wrists. There might be some popping. As long as it's not painful, you're good. And if it feels uncomfortable to be up on your feet, we get to come off of them. Now we're flat on our feet, stretching the front of our feet. And find a seat on the floor. We're going to come back to those diaphragmatic breaths that we started with to finish. So one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take a deep breath in and out. Now we're going to inhale ease. We're going to exhale stress. We're going to inhale compassion. We're going to exhale criticism. We're going to inhale self-love. Exhale self-doubt. And last but not least, we're going to inhale peace. And exhale dis-ease. I hope that this yoga practice has found you well on World Mental Health Day. I hope that this is just one of the many things that you're doing for your mental health today, because you matter, it matters, and all that you're doing is paying forward to your future self. Awesome work. Thanks, guys.